All right. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening again. So welcome today to the Monday overview. And so today, of course, we are going to be sharing what New Era provides on the back end for our education. And so this is a great way to have a sneak peek of what we actually teach. And so this is why we do these education overviews. And then for those who actually have these packages, you're actually understanding what is actually there for you as you work up. So just to give everybody who are new on here what we do and who we are. So New Era actually started just last year. We are going strong. We have over 15,000 members already in our education community. And what is so amazing is that New Era was created to help people earn multiple streams of income. And so it's going beyond, the basic social studies, math, and all those things that you learn in regular school. Sorry, we're going beyond that. Sorry, going beyond that and showing people how to leverage their time and compounding their time. And it's about creating digital assets or forex trading, crypto trading, lots of different avenues. And the reason why we create such a huge spectrum of different types for you to earn income is that everybody is different. Everybody has different times that they can commit to things. And so we want to make it as easy as possible. Our basic package, I'll dive into a little bit more. Just to go through our disclaimer really quickly is that, of course, like anything else, if we give you the tools and you do not apply it, you're not going to make any money. So disclaimer is just saying that, we don't guarantee your success because everything is contingent on your own personal due diligence. And so, oh, come on, why is it not changing slides? There we go. And so up here, you can see that we actually have our new Surrey office. We also have a Richmond office here in Canada. And of course, we have our UK office, and then we actually have our Dubai office also. And so what is so different compared to a lot of different companies that are online education forums is we actually have physical locations. And so that's one big thing that we are totally different. And of course, we are global, so it makes us really exciting. I do want to share who our CEO is because he actually has dedicated his life. He can be retired. He's a millionaire, self-made many times over, and he could be retired on a beach somewhere, but he's actually committed into providing a platform to help people get ahead. And so I really want everybody to understand, why he saw the urgency in creating this, because as you can see, we see on the news about all the recession going on, all the inflation and everything that is happening, that this is so needed in today's society, that making, trading time for money those are just the old days. It's done, and we need to start creating multiple streams of income for ourselves to be able to get ahead in life. And of course, myself, I'm the MD of education, and I do have a lot of great corporate people that I work with throughout here in Canada. And it's we have Henny Urian, who's a marketing manager. He has over 50 years of experience that he puts into things. And we have a whole network of corporate members I'm not going to go into because today we're talking about our education. And so again, education sits at our heart of here as our core product here, and because everything else is supportive of each other. And again, something totally different from any academic, from Yale and Harvard and all these universities. All they do is sell the courses, and then that's it. So for us, we want to leverage what you learn, and it's about applying that knowledge, that where true power really comes from. And so, we do teach these different types of trading. So we actually have our own brokerage. And then once you start earning money, how do you move money around? We have our own Visa card now. We teach mining. We teach you how to do artificial intelligence, leveraging that. We have our crypto and forex trading platform, of course, and we have lots of other things that we teach, and that's coming up also. And we have a real estate project coming up. But what's great is at the center of it all, again, something totally different, is we actually have a loyalty program. And so this is where once you get to understand it more, you understand that this is really where we say where education rewards you and actually gives you, and you can actually redeem those points, which I'll get into a little bit longer or a little bit later. But for our Visa card, that is something that we just launched. I'll just, just show you what it is. Of course, I talk about, we just got our brokerage firm also. So understanding that there's no other academy that that has all of these aspects on the back end supporting what we do. And so, of course, we have our education courses, and it runs from $50 up to $10,000. And so these courses are going from basic to intermediate to advanced to masterclass series. And so we are slowly helping you gain the knowledge and applying these knowledges as you go. So like with the $50 package, we actually, the basic program we teach right there is how to make money with Google. And so a lot of people have Google accounts and they're not leveraging it. And it's so easy to leverage and monetize all the tools that they give you. And so that's, again, something that we teach on the front end of this course. And so as you can see, there's no monthly subscriptions, just a one-time fee. And then it's actually valid for 75 weeks for the points system. So you can access this. We update our system or the back-end information all the time because we are in the technology space. So we do actually update things. So if you have one of these packages, keep checking back. And what's great is after you finish a course, let's say you finish the $50 package, you actually will get a certificate of completion, and then you can then move up to the next course. So what we suggest is those who are really serious about earning multiple streams of income. We understand everybody has financial constraints. So the $500 package is something that sort of is, it gets into that part where it's just beyond the basics. You get the overview because, of course, when you get the 500, you get all the information from the 200, the 100, and the 50. So any package that you you get everything underneath it. So you have to understand the value is huge here. Again, we want to just slowly not overwhelm everybody, but take everybody step by step. And so what's great is we actually have live workshops, and then we record it also. And of course, remember I was talking about the knee points. So I'm not going to go too deep into it, but just really understand that when you buy a education package, the company will actually give you points. And so you'll actually be able to redeem those points once you finish the 75 weeks. And so you can actually earn up to 5 times what you pay. So for example, if you bought the $500 package, by the time you finish the course, apply, and so you're already making multiple streams of income through the education you're learning. But once after the 75 weeks is done, you can redeem those points, 1 knee point for $1 US. So you can actually make, so let's say you got the $500, so if you make 2,500 USDT back for going through this process. So this is where we say, again, this is where education rewards you. And so today we are going to be talking about our whole program, give you a little sneak peek of what we actually teach on the back end. And so let me just share the screen here. Oop. Where is this? Let me just get out of this screen here. All right, here. So I'm going to talk today about Amazon. And so what is great about Amazon is that there are lots of things that you can do. So all of the things that you're seeing today, these are called low content items, meaning that you're not writing a book. You're not sitting down trying to do all these things. And so all of these are just coloring books. There are puzzle books, and then I'll talk also about journals, but these are all called low content books. And so when you click these, so some of you might be wondering, like, how much do you really make out of all this? And so here I have a back-end spyware. And so it's called KDP Spy. I will attach some of these links on the back, on the chat shortly, so you can actually take a look. And so this is giving you the estimated revenue of what each of these products make and when they published. So here on the right-hand side, these when it was published and how much it's made. So understand, like this one, this monster coloring book, as you can see, this one is, again, it looks like a very simple book, and I'll we'll use this as an example. So far, so it's been a year, it's made $8,895. And so that's in US dollars. And understand that this is, if you create multiple books, then so that you create 10 of these, you would have made, now if it sells the same, you would have made now $90,000 annually. So really understand like the power of these type of products. So I'm trying to just get into this book. So here, let me just see if I can find it down here. No, it's not on this first page. But I'm just going to click on just one of them just so you can see what it looks like. And so these coloring books, oh, this doesn't even give you the insides of it. Oh, here, you can see the back. See how it's just line drawings? And so some of you might be panicking, well, this isn't for you because you don't know how to use like you don't know how to do Adobe or Photoshop or anything to create this, you don't need to. So there are so many tools out there that you can actually use. And so one of them is actually Creative Fabrica. And I will actually give you guys a link right now just before I forget. I'm just going to post some of these links in the chat. So if you guys have your chat open, oh, let's see, chat here. Okay, so right here, it is the Amazon KDP link. So this is how you create an account for you to be able to sell on Amazon. So what makes this so unique is that you don't have to publish a whole bunch of these books and have it stocked and hoping it will sell. These are all called digital assets for a reason. So you create it digitally, you load it onto Amazon, and if somebody clicks, then Amazon will actually print it, they'll collect the payment from the client, print it, ship it to the client, and then they will give you the profits, right? So this is now all about profit sharing. So now the next link I'm going to share is, so for those who are panicking and they're thinking, you know what, I don't know how to create any of these things. The other one here, next one I'm going to share is called Canva.com. And so here, this project is what I created on Canva. And Canva is a project. So here, all of these pages are, so this is one that I created. And I pulled these all off of either Canva itself or another one called Creative Fabrica, which I'm going to just put the link here just so you guys have it. And so what I do, I'm just going to do a quick show. Let's say I want a very color. See, there's the graphic. So I can choose, let's say I want this one. So I could put it on here. And so what's great about Canva is that as long as you change the actual picture, like now I can add something on here, I can add some text to it. And as long as I'm adding something and changing it up, I'm now allowed to resell it as a digital asset, right? So it's super easy. You know, I'll say home is where the heart is. And so if I want to make this so you can, because it is a coloring book, let's see, we can go effects. We're going to outline. We're going to do black outline, and we're going to make the font white. So, you know, it is a little bit of a learning curve on how to do this, but of course, if you have our education package, we actually take you step by step right from the beginning. I understand I'm going really quick right now, but this is what one I've created. So this one actually I use from Creative Fabrica. So I'm just gonna pull up, oh, here it is. And so here I just put coloring books. And so I gave you guys the link. So what you need to do is when you click on here, some of these you're not allowed to resell. So what you want to do is go to the bottom. It says print on demand. So there are 55,000 different ones here for you to choose from, which is amazing. And so here, look, there's a mermaid one already. I usually like to try to choose something that already has a colored page on it already so that I don't have to create the colored page of the front end of the coloring book. So it already has a colored picture. All I do is download it. And then this one has over 300 pages. So I can pick and choose which mermaid I want in the book. Look at all the different mermaids covers I can choose from. And then I turn around, compile the ones that I want, then I can resell it, right? Another one I've done, this one is called the Big Book of Monsters. So again, a coloring book that you could create. And I actually did this one with my 7-year-old. She sat with me and we went through all these different monsters she wanted in the book. And so what is so great now is now when you go on to Amazon and you create these books and you publish it, you can also, now you've created this digital assets. There's nothing stopping you to now translate that and put it on a different platform. So I've talked about Etsy all the time, and Etsy actually has a printable download system too. And people spend lots of money here also. And so here you can see some of these, very again, it's just a download, 150 pages. Some of them are, less pages. And again, if you are using something from Creative Fabrica, you do have to make sure you change the pages. You can't just do an exact copy over to be able to sell it. And so I am going to show you the analytics on here so you guys know that I'm not making things up. so here through the different coloring books, you know, there are, so we want to make sure, so you can see like what's amazing here is like the listing age tells you how long it's been on here. So this one was only created 2 months ago. They're already making $3,000, you know, and that's a month. It's not even total. So here, this is an digital coloring book, adult coloring book. And if you look at the insides of this page, you can see that it's not very complicated. Like these are the coloring books. They're like the coloring pages that are in this book. So it's minimal information on here. 20 people have it in their carts already. And so just this one book alone, and remember why it's so great as a digital asset is that, you know, they're selling it for here $4.96. Normally they say it's 19, which is ridiculous because it's nobody would pay $19. So I always go with the $5 mark. So as a $5, Etsy is going to take off their transaction fees, there's credit card fees, but at the end of the day, whatever's left over is pure profit. You did not have to pay for printing. You did not have to do anything in order to do it. And this, people, when you're sleeping, people are already, so if I add this to cart and paid for it right now, I would get a link right away to download it. So as a seller, you didn't need to do anything. And this is what I'm talking about, creating digital assets to compound your time, because this might have taken you, I don't know, if I did this and did it right the first time, you know, maybe it took me 2 hours to put this all together, but then it compounds. I can sell this for now 5 years, 10 years. It doesn't stop me. I could even sell it on Amazon. I could sell it on here. And there's other platforms also. These are just the two that I'm just sharing today. And so understand that there's just so much value that you can actually create. And again, you don't have to you like know how to draw it yourself, right? So here, like we see this here, let's see this retro vibe. So let's just go here. I'm just gonna add a page just because, just so you guys can see what is on here. Retro coloring, color book. Graphics. Let's see if there's any graphics I can use. So there's some retro things here, but there's like hippie color. Oop. So we don't want graphics. But there are different ones that you can create, like we showed with the monsters and things that you can just coloring book. Let's see. There we go. And so, you know, this is a flower that they have on here. Again, similar to the coloring book that we saw. It's really nothing, right? You put it on there. You could type some words in there just so you're following the rules that it wants you to follow, so that you're not infringing on the artist's copyrights. But again, here's magic recommendations. And so here's now all of the ones that sort of fit in that theme. So I can take every single one of them, put them together, create different pages. And so now I'll have something very similar to this. And this is only 40 pages, right? So the only thing that might be a little bit difficult for you to create is this page. But again, this colored like advertising page is creatable through Canva. And so again, that's something we teach on the back end step-by-step on how to do it. And so the other thing I want to talk about again is like low content items are prayer books or journals. So any type of journals is huge. So I'm just pulling this one up just as an example. So this is a prayer journal. And again, it's super easy. So what's so great about these is when you look at them, you have the cover page, which I'll show you which program you can use to do this. You can do it through Canva, and also there's a program called BookBolt, which is great for if you want to start creating more and more books on Amazon. It's actually a better platform to use. But this is a prayer book for women. But what's so great about it, again, is like every page is the same. So when you look at this, they have some scriptures on here. And so maybe you don't know what type of scriptures to use. This is where you can leverage AI and give you a whole bunch this way. And so I'm just going to jump into here. This is Gemini, which is actually a free AI program that you can use for when you have a Google account. So let me just say provide 10 scriptures that are, that are inspirational for women for a prayer journal. So the thing with AI is understanding the more information you feed it, the better the results it'll get. So AI will not think for you. So when you ask it specific prompts, you have to be very specific so that it can give you what you want. And so here it gives you lots of different proverbs and different details that you can now take it and put it into warrior journal. So you didn't need to sit there and come up with it yourself. And so you can now apply these onto your journal, right? So if you look at all, oh, where did I go here? There. So see all of these. And so again, we could put it on Canva, lay it out so that the font looks nice. And then again, it's just repetitive pages. So there it's like, there's teachings. What is on here also? So things to my heart, teach me, guide me, highlights, and this is, I can't read that writing. Oh, prayer requests. And so this is where, again, each page, the only thing you do need to change are the scriptures, obviously. So everyone is a little bit different, but there's only 52 weeks. So you can literally ask, here, give me, so I did 10, give me 42 more. And it'll just generate it and it'll be done. So AI is here to make your life easier, faster, but you might have to tweak some might not be just right. So you can ask it for some other suggestions. But again, it really cuts down on the amount of time it takes for you to put this together, right? And so the program that I use here is BookBolt. They have a whole bunch of different layouts and journal pages. And again, like you can create whatever you want as the cover. There is also Canva that you can use. Again, tons of journal covers that you can change. And so I'm just going to pick this one, customize this template. Ooh. There. So this one has the front and back, which is great. And here, oh, so this one, see, this one shows that you can't change the lettering, which is okay, but I can change the coloring, or I can take this off and then now type my own. So I could take this away and insert my own wording that I want in here. It's like my prayer journal, right? So if this is, so there's lots of different ways that you can do things. And again, once you like it, you like the layout, and you just publish it on Amazon. And so this is where I want everybody to understand that if you leverage your time properly, and if you spend like an hour a day, so you make one or two of these a week, or one a day if you have the time, that's even better. You can actually start building a whole library of digital assets that you can now turn around and be able to sell like for indefinite amount of time. So I'm just going to pull up prayers journals here just so you can see the statistics of this. Oh, I have to share the BookBolt and Everbee. Did I share the BookBolt already? Let me see. So oh, you guys didn't get the second link. So some of the questions that you guys were asking was, so Canva does have a free platform for you to use. I use the paid one. And oh, so the Creative Fabrica, there's Canva, there's Amazon KDP, BookBolt, I'm just going to put on there right now. Copy, paste. And then for Etsy, if you want to look at the analytics and all these things, these are all the links that I give you. They usually have a free trial to them. Oops. And so you can utilize these free trials to sort of get the insights of different things here. And oh, this one is taking a long time for some reason here. Start. I know this particular one, I think when I looked at it before, it was already making a few $1,000s on this. And this is quite a new listing, because you can tell by, so here, even just, let's say you don't have this software to look, a really good way to see how many people have bought this is you look at the reviews. So this particular item has 46,000 plus reviews, and on average, only 20% of the people actually leave reviews. So this number is quite low. So if you really think about how many more, for those, like, even if it's, double that and so this is, they sold it for $9.95. I know for something that is in color like this, probably cost $7 for Amazon to print. So maybe this author made only $2, but even then, $2 at, let's say, every single person that bought it left a review, they would have already made $92,000 on this digital asset, right? And so here, let's see what other, you can just see. So look, this exact same author, they've made exact same, so the same similar color style, prayer journal for teenage girls, prayer journal, like they just changed the and then gratitude journal. And so you can see hers is very similar. Look, they took this, they have it where it's spiral bound so they can do it cheaper, or change the pricing point on that. I'm just wondering what this one doesn't show the inside of it. But what's really interesting is it could have the exact same insides as they did for the prayer journal that we saw originally. And so this prayer journal for women and prayer journal for teenage girls can be identical on the inside. They just changed the cover. And so, you can turn this and be able to now generate, now they have 2 streams of income. And you can see on this one, they've sold 333 of them. Right? They have a planner version to go with this, and they've sold, they have 75 reviews. And so understand, like, usually again, 20% of the people leave reviews when they buy something. And so you can see that now this person, as they build this up, they would now be able to have these digital assets that are growing, and they could spend their time doing this. You can actually create books on this. My girlfriend, she created a book on how to potty train your child, and she's made $25,000 on just this one book. And it's really quite phenomenal, if you think about how many books that you can put out, or how many of these low content books you can put out. I'm going to give you another example, and then we're going to sign out here. It's there's lots of puzzle adult crosswords. And so that book bolt program actually has a way, so you can give it a list of words, and it will actually create the word search part for you for your book. And so all you have to do is create the cover. And so this is just one, let's see. But all of these books, again, you can see like the front covers are not amazingly, eye-catching or anything like that, but you can actually create all this on Book Bolt. So I'm just gonna click puzzle. Here's this word puzzles. There's mazes. So you can choose, like different types of puzzles that you want. So here there's a word search, and you can, oh, I just clicked the wrong one. For the word search, you can actually turn around and tell it what kind of words that you want it to use, and be able to add it. Oh, I don't know where this one went now. Okay, I did something wrong here. But again, it's like all of the things are here for you to use. And so BookBolt is a really great tool to use if you have it. Of course, there's mazes. There's tons of different things that you can add. There's like Sudoku. And so again, it's all about compiling it all together so you can create these low content digital assets. And again, you don't need to be a whiz on how to use all these different and like trying to put it all together, because you can actually just leverage all the tools that are already around you. Honestly, I haven't even looked at Creative Fabrica. Maybe they have a word search on here. Search, let's just see. Nope, nope, no word. Oh, there is. So there is a word search. Again, I'm going to pull it down. I want print on demand. And so see, look, these are already done for you. So there's 500 word search for kids or for Easter specifically. And so Easter is coming up. This might be a good one to even for you to start on. And, specifically for kids, maybe do a few different types of Easter puzzles. And here, let's quickly look at Amazon just to see. Easter. Kids Easter puzzle. And maybe it's under activity book. Over there. So there's all of these. Again, they're selling for $7.99, $6.99. But again, this one has word search, connect the dots, and again, all of these you can pull from Creative Fabrica if you have that membership. And I think through the link you get a free trial anyways. So you just download these, put these together, compile it either on Canva or on BookBolt, and then you upload it on Amazon KDP account, and then you're good to go. So hopefully you guys are understanding how much we're putting in this program. We actually teach in the larger packages. And so understand that, what we're trying to give you is as much information as possible so that you can actually start applying and earning multiple streams of income. So if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask now. I think you guys can just unmute yourselves. And so if you have the programs or like the education already, then you can actually access all of these links. All of these links are already in your library already.
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Sam, how are you?
Good. So it just, I'm trying to connect another person, but even in the $50 program, if they go through the step-by-step, it's a complete course, right? They'll hopefully end up earning as well, even in that $50 course.
Yes, so that $50 course is about leveraging your Google account. So on there, you learn on how to leverage your Google Sheets and your Google, what's it called? Google Sheets and the Excel version of it. Sorry, I don't remember offhand what it's called right now. It's early here. And so
No, I know.
So you know what? Let me just pull it up and I will show you since you asked about it. And so I want to put Google. Oh, so Google Word is is here Google Sheets. So these are all items that are made on Google Sheets that is downloadable. So you take the item. So if you it gives you step by step on how to create all of these things. And when I show you guys the numbers on this, so of course, through the course, we're going to teach you have to niche, right? Because these people have been around for a long time. So you can see this seller, Simply Organized, they have a meal planner, a weight loss, clean share. So they have a following of people. So that's why they already able to sell it. But if any of you guys are have a financial background, this should be super easy for you to do. So hold on, let me just pull up the back end. These numbers are going to floor you. So this listing has only been around for 3 months. It's already making $16,000 a month. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this actually looks like. And again, it says annual budget Google Sheets spreadsheet. So all they did was created this on Google Sheets. It's downloadable. So once I click it, all they do is give me the Google link that they shared with me. And so all it is look, they created all of this. It helps you set up your bills, your trackers. So it does all of these types of all of the different links already done. It also has a YouTube video tutorial, which is great for people, right? So they have all these tabs all done. They made it pretty, they made the colors all, aesthetically pleasing. But again, it's just like really understand that what they've created here is what sells, because this is a huge, like when you look at it, you see like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so much for my money. And so they'll look at all of these things like net worth tracker, debt snowball calculator. I don't even know half of these things, but if you are an accountant, you have an accounting background, there's so much money to be made. So again, it's not compatible with Excel. It's only with a Google account.
Right.
So it's free. And so this is where I'm asking people. So even when we say Google Word, let's see. Word download. Let's see what they have for that. So they have resumes. So Google Word, you can create resume templates, right? There's invoice templates. There's all of these thing. And again, you can actually leverage Gemini and ask it, what are some niche items I can use on Google Words to create digital assets? It'll give you tons of things for you to start giving you ideas to start. And so let's just quickly have a sneak peek at what these numbers are. So I look at these like high numbers, but they've been around for a long time. But there's like, best professional resume. I like to find, say, this one, 4-month old. So I like seeing these ones because it tells me, okay, so what I would do is I'll now pull this one, why this one is ranking high amongst all of their competitors, right? And so this is where Everbee is really great because it gives me a really quick way of just pulling all this information up right away. So resume bundle. So again, it's the presentation, and this presentation, so these digital assets is actually created on Canva. So if you ask it for little templates to now you plug in all this information, it'll give it to you. Canva actually has tons of templates also that you can now move it and actually sell it as a digital asset also on here. So it not necessarily has to do with Google. But Google Sheets does all of these things. I know that Google Sheets already has templates that you can now play with. And once you make it pretty like this, then you can turn around and resell it. So again, digital download and 9 people. So these, when you're looking on, even if you don't have this Everbee analytics thing, if you see anything on here that says, 9 people bought this in the last 24 hours, or so many people have it in their shopping cart, it's a good sign that it's in high demand. And so for me, when I'm doing my research, I go through all of this stuff. I find the earliest listings. This one, like this one's 5-month old. I'll look at it and and then I'll assess, why is it doing well? Like this invoice template, which I would have never thought of. It's like a Word invoice, custom invoice, printable invoice. Like this is so basic, right? And you look at it, 2 people bought this in the last 24 hours. So this listing though, estimated monthly revenue is $600 for, I don't know, like, how to use Excel, right, Sam?
Basic.
Or,
I mean, I'm thinking about the people I'm connected with, my nephews and another young lady and husband who teach Spanish,
oh,
and
perfect.
the husband teaches guitar.
Oh, well, yeah, like even these, like even in our $50 package, it actually gives you the step-by-step on even learning how to use it. So that's
Right,
not a
right.
big problem, right? And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just for you, at the end of the day, it's all about the ideas, like how do you make yourself stand out against all of the other competitors?
Right.
Because these big number, like this annual, like of course their bundles are huge. So it does make sense, but like they've been around for only 3 months for this listing, a small business bundle.
So
And if you,
where do they market them? Like I mean,
it's
obviously
only on
customers
Etsy.
is
It's
only on
only on
Etsy. That's
Etsy.
where they make it. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And so this is why Etsy is, so Etsy did change its platform. It used to be free to sign up an account. And so right now it costs now $20. And the reason why they did that was they were having so many people trying to scam people.
Sure,
And
sure.
so
Yeah.
they've now, once they've eliminated that, I've actually stopped getting a lot of the spam mail saying, hey, I purchased. And so that's one thing, is that if you actually create an Etsy account, don't share your email with anybody, because Etsy would never ask for it, because you'll get these spam mails that say, hey, I have you have a client that wants it, but it needs your email for me to complete the purchase, which is all
Right, right. Yeah,
fake.
which is very common in any program, not just
Correct.
Etsy, but yeah, yeah.
But what is really great is that the reason why people are able to find, so see there, these are all tag words that are on the Etsy platform, and that triggers the algorithm. And so what's great with Everbee, and that's why I love using it again, it's, for me, it's about reducing the amount of time I need to think about these things. And so they've already done the work for me. This shows me like the competition, what the keyword search scores. So the higher the keyword search scores, the better, because that means that it's makes my listing easier to rank and see. And I can literally copy this and put it on mine if this
Right.
is something that I'm selling.
Mhm.
So, or for those who want to do this and but they're not sure on how to start, you know what? Invest in buying one of these and actually seeing how they do it. Then change the colors, change how the it looks and the format. You can
Right.
change, the coloring. You might not, then you don't have to redo all the formulas and all these things. But again, then your front page here, so that you need to spend time then on this is your like sell sheet. This is what's going to make people buy it. And so if you can create this to show the people who are buying it, which you can actually recreate this very easily on Canva on a free account. So then you can now, because you can just do a screenshot, plug it in, add the shadowing, you can do all of these things. You can even do these on Word if you know how to use Word, right? And so you can easily now be able to reproduce this for resale. Like 15 people bought this in the last 24 hours,
Yeah. I mean,
right?
yeah, I mean, you know what it is. I've been trying to get people to watch you in like these education webinars because they can see they always ask me one question out of the blue. I said, I'm not answering anything. Come to the webinar, and just
Yeah.
just listen to Jenny. You don't have to do anything. Just listen to her.
Yeah.
And then if that gives you